It's a hot one out here today, and that gave me the idea to go ahead and give you guys 10 refreshing fragrances to help cool you off in the summer heat. Because believe it or not, if you choose the right fragrance when it's scorching hot outside, that can help cool you off, it can help refresh you, and overall it can help put you in a better mood. I personally love the summer, I love the heat. I would take high heat over cold any day. That's just how I am. But don't get me wrong, sometimes it can be a little bit miserable when it's 90, 95 degrees and high humidity. So I have a few go-to fragrances here that I like to reach for when temperatures are like that. So I hope you guys are ready to get into this one. Let's go and kick it off with the first fragrance. This one is Chrome United. I can tell you, if you get yourself a big old bottle of this stuff, you're not going to regret it. This is one where every time I pick it up and smell it and wear it, I love it more and more. Really impressive stuff here. Don't sleep on this one. It may be Azzaro Chrome in the line, and you may think, is it really going to be that good? Azzaro Chrome, played out, old, whatever. I can tell you, Chrome United is a solid one, and you can get these 200 ml bottles for a very good price online at discounters. It's worth checking out, and in my opinion, if you are going to get it, spring for the biggest bottle you can get. You can apply it heavily, you can wear it all the time, and you don't have to worry about wasting it because it's expensive. It's not expensive. That's not something that you have to worry about. Spray it on heavy and enjoy this one in the high summer heat. Azzaro Chrome United. This one is seriously better than you may think, and it's definitely worth you giving it a try. Burberry Weekend. Doesn't that just sound like a fun summer fragrance? Weekend. Then you look at the bottle here, this nice light color, kind of blends in with the background behind us here. Very nice bottle, very nice fragrance as well. This is another one that's affordable. I don't remember exactly what I paid for this one, but I know it's not anything that's going to be breaking the bank. It's very easy on the wallet, and you get a pretty good fragrance for what you're paying for. This one is definitely a citrus fragrance all the way through. When you spray it on, you get a lot of lemon right in the opening, right up top. It's easy to pick out. It's easy to know that lemon is going to be the main player in the opening of this scent. Kind of gives you a little bit of a classic feel, kind of fits into the category of something like Dior Eau Sauvage, just that kind of somewhat old school citrus. It's got a little bit of that going on, but it's also got a bit of a modern and fun, somewhat young type of twist to it, although not fully. It's not like a youthful fragrance by any means, but it kind of brings it back to, the more mass appealing side just a little bit. Regardless of that, if you like your citrus fragrances, if you like refreshing, just easy to wear, cooling fragrances, scents that put you in a good mood, check out Burberry Weekend. For me, puts me in a good mood every time and helps cool me off when it's extremely hot outside. Don't sleep on this one. It's another cheap one you can pick up. Give it a shot. Davidoff Cool Water Wave. This one is really, really fantastic as well. Kind of gets compared to Invictus Aqua, which is pretty cool. It's Invictus Aqua, but with their own twist on it, which I appreciate. I like when these designers, put their own twist on things. It's kind of the same with Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. Yeah, it gets compared to Invictus Aqua quite a bit, but the dry down is much different than, Invictus Aqua. So kind of gets you in that same DNA, but with their own little twist, and that kind of makes it worth owning in your collection if you already own Invictus Aqua. And it's the same thing here. Gives you that type of feeling, but goes in a little bit of a different direction as well. But regardless of that, this one has a very fun, very bright, uplifting, refreshing, cooling smell to it. I mean, if it smells somewhat like Invictus Aqua, you guys know that's kind of how it's going to be. And it does do that summer feeling vibe really well. The bottle is very fitting to the scent itself. Nice clear light blue bottle. This one is really nice. Performance isn't going to be its strong suit. It's not really going to be its strong suit with any of these fragrances. They are mostly lighter, brighter scents that don't perform like beast mode. But to be honest with you, when it's really, really super hot and the sun is blazing down on you, you don't really want beast mode, because then it may start to annoy you and annoy people around you, and that's not something that you really want. So these are going to be a little bit more moderate. They will kind of go off the skin a little bit quicker in terms of its longevity, but if you are wearing these in the high heat, the projection will be really good on basically all of these, so you don't really have to worry about it there. These will leave some scent trails when you're outside, so that's the good news there. Davidoff Cool Water Wave. Another nice, refreshing one in the high summer heat. Carven Low Intense. This is one that I don't really hear too much about, and I'm not really sure why. It's just kind of under the radar, but in my opinion, this smells great. It reminds me of something that I can't quite put my nose on. I don't know what it is, but every time I smell it, it gives me, you know, like I've smelled it before. Not in a bad way, not like it's generic, but just in a way that, like, I don't know. I just feel like I've smelled something similar. There's a quality about this one that, I don't know, I just feel like I've smelled before. But regardless of that, it is a great scent, and this is going to be something different. So for the most part, what we've covered so far has been pretty mass appealing. They're all from bigger designer brands who are going to focus more on the compliment getting, mass appealing aspect of things, right? That's just what these designer companies do when you're big brands and you want to appeal to a lot of people. This Carbon fragrance, though, is still going to be, you know, clean and fresh smelling, but it is different. It's got a bit of an herbal quality and something a bit different about it. So if you're after the straight up, super mass appealing, super easy to wear, you know, you don't have to worry about someone disliking it, this one may be riding the line a little bit. But if you want something different, just something a bit unique for what you're getting, check this one out. And I believe you can get this for around $40 or so on discount or somewhere around there. So it's pretty affordable as well. You're getting great quality, you're getting a nice scent, and also not too bad a performance either, all for about $40 or so. Check this one out, Carbon Low Intense. This one's going to cool you off in the summer, trust me. Hugo Boss Orange. So this is one, it's actually Hugo Boss Orange Feel Good Summer. I guess I should clarify. It's just a long name to have to say every time. But yeah, this one is a great orange scent all the way through. They're not lying to you when they name this orange. It's nice, juicy mandarin orange up top. It's a bit sweet. It smells incredible. It's so authentic, really, for how cheap this fragrance is. It would surprise you on how good the orange note is. And it's one that's really, really appropriate for summer days when it's warm outside. This one will just put a smile on your face almost every time, or at least it does for me. Helps me kind of get into the summer mood and cool off and really just enjoy it. Hugo Boss Orange Feel Good Summer, Lacoste Eau Fresh. A nice cool green bottle. I believe this one has like limoncello and a couple other notes that I can't remember off the top of my head. But what I do know is that this is appropriate, is that this is very, very good for hot summer days. It'll cool you off. It'll put you in a nice, cooling, relaxed mood. It's an eau fresh scent, so that kind of gives you an idea that, yeah, this is going to be a bright, fresh one. If you haven't tried this one out, I highly recommend you do. These Lacoste fragrances are pretty good for the price, and, you know, they aren't really mentioned and thrown around as much as some others out there. Lacoste Eau Fresh. Coming up next, of course, we have one of my personal favorites, Javante Gentleman Cologne. I love it. You guys know it. It's a fresh fragrance that is so much more different than basically everything else out there. It's so pleasing. It's so refreshing. Every time I smell it, I'm just happy. I'm just reminded of summer outdoors, enjoying the weather. That's what this one will do for you. Javante Gentleman Cologne. You can get it for around $40 to $50, and I highly recommend you do so. Hit that link. Give this one a shot. I don't think you'll regret it. Hugo Boss Iced. This is a nice budget mint fragrance. And in fact, when you smell this one right off the atomizer, to me, it actually smells like you're smelling a mint leaf. Like seriously, like smell this one from the atomizer and it smells like a mint leaf to some extent, not full on. It doesn't smell like, you know, a natural mint leaf that you picked out of your garden. Not to that extreme. It is a designer after all at about $40, so you're not getting like supernatural niche quality mint here, but you do get mint, and it does smell really nice and really refreshing. It's going to be on the more generic side. You know, if you want something a bit more unique and still refreshing, I would go with Hugo Boss Reversed. It's one of my favorites. You guys have heard of it. But Hugo Boss Ice, I felt was a really good fit for this video. Nice, cooling, zesty mint opening with some citrus, a bit of a musky dry down. It smells great, and it would be perfect for those warm, or I guess I should say hot summer days. Terre de Hermes Eau Trez Fresh. This one, you guys know it as well. It's going to be the most popular and the most wearable from the Terre de Hermes line. It's a fresh fragrance all the way through, a bit watery. You still get some of those vetiver, you get a lot of citrus in the top, and it smells great. It does nod back to Terre de Hermes, but just freshens it up, makes it a bit lighter, brighter, and easier to wear. The original Eau de Toilette, you know, and the Parfum, not going to be quite for everyone, but this one does appeal to a larger market, and a lot of you guys, I think, if you want to get into Terre de Hermes line, start with this one. Kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what it's going to smell like. Is much more wearable as well. And finally, I couldn't even think to put this list together without including this fragrance. I went ahead and put it at the end just because, you guys, I'm sure you knew it was coming at some point, and why mention it in the beginning? I mean, you pretty much know it's going to be in here. It's in almost all of my summer fragrance videos because I love it. That's Dior Ohm Cologne by Christian Dior. Look at the bottle. That's one of my favorite parts about this stuff. I hope they never take this away. I mean, just look at that. I don't know how well that's really showing up on camera, but just the way the light comes in and makes it blue, come on, that is so cool. And the scent itself is definitely the coolest part. It smells so nice, perfect for summertime, and it's one of my absolute all-time favorite scents ever. Not just summer scents, all-time favorites. Like, it's up there really high. A lot of it just because, you know, scent memory, nostalgia, all that stuff. It's kind of one of those fragrances that just resonates with me, and I'm not fully sure why. It just does. You know, when I smell it, it just works for me, and I'm sure you guys have scents that do that as well, and then maybe scents that, you know, aren't the craziest thing out there. And I will admit, Dior Ohm Cologne, not the most depth, not the most unique thing out there, but it resonates with me, and that's why I love it. Dior Ohm Cologne, to finish the video off, by far one of the best high heat summer fragrances that you could purchase. So guys, there you have it. That was 10 summer fragrances to help cool you off when it's super, super hot outside. Hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully it gives you some ideas. If you're wanting some nice high heat summer fragrances, check some of these out. They won't let you down. That's gonna do it for me, guys. All these fragrances will be linked down below. If you want to pick any of them up, check them out. Check those links. They're going to be the cheapest price that you can get it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow night with another one. Take care.